Well, let me start with the president. Yeah, I cannot say that I know him very well, but I know who he is and how he operates. Over the past 3 or 4 years, in his capacity as the Prime Minister of the country, he has visited quite a few countries in the region, and I think the president saw that a country like ours, endowed with abundance of natural resources, human resources potential, we should not be where we are. And there's a lot of things that he can do when he is at the helms of the president. So I do believe that with him at the helms, there's no turning back, and that we will progress from here. Yes, of course. Lifting of sanctions, a lot of people are saying that, well, it's going to be good for the government of Myanmar and the country of Myanmar, but I don't see it that way. I think it's good for both countries, for both Myanmar as well as the United States. I know there are so many American companies who would like to do business here, but they simply can't. Well, we do need investments for the country to grow. And if EU or the Western countries chose not to invest here, and when China is willing to invest here, we have to accept China, But from my point of view, I like to see a balanced approach where I like to see all countries involved here, not only China, not only Europe, but including America. And that's going to be good for our country as a whole. I don't see it at risk, but then we have to be careful. Yeah, I know that when the elections are over, there will be all kinds of companies that are coming in, but there will be good companies as well as there will be not so good companies. So we got to be very careful as to who we do or who we choose to do business with. I do know that there's a lot of corporations watching, and they have in fact mentioned to me that when the time is right, that they'll be more than happy and very willing to invest and do business here long term. Yeah, so we got to be careful about who we do business with. A lot of people talk about natural resources, but we are a country close to 60 million people, and we are 90% literate. Literacy rate is 90%. And Burmese, in my opinion, for instance, we have an oil company operating since '96. At one time, we had 16 expatriate managers, but now all those positions are taken over by the young Myanmar engineers that I recruited 16 years ago. They're all managers now. So the resource potential, the human resource potential of this country is enormous. So combining the two, both natural resources and human resources, this is one great country to invest in. By the way, our foreign investment law, in my opinion, is very investor friendly. And in fact, the government right now is even trying to put more incentive to encourage investment. So the time is right, I would say.